Section 1. Quick and brief intro. What is the theme of your game? The theme of our game is Minecraft. It is a recreation of chess, but with Minecraft. Basically, the pieces are like mobs from Minecraft. And we have the passive mobs team, and we have like the hostile mobs team. And basically, each piece does something different than a normal chess, but like it relates to what they would do in like Minecraft. Like, for example, the pillagers with like the axes, they like usually like charge at you. So we have them like move in like just a straight direction, but like they charge through like two things and kill two things in its way. Let me adjust this. The goal and win condition of this game. The goal of the game is to capture the other player's king, just like a normal chess. Because the king represents you and leads you. If your king dies, well then, that's all. But we didn't want to make this, like, since we added a lot of overpowered cards and stuff, we didn't want to make this game, like, too quick. So we made it, like, limited to what, like, can kill the king. Some cool mechanics that we added, though, is the bee dies when it kills something, just like in real life and in Minecraft. You can check. The baby zombie can only kill things when it's nighttime because it can move in like 3 blocks and it was just getting too overpowered. The Enderman dies in the rain because like in the game they're like allergic to rain. The frog can eat Vexes in the 3-block radius because it thinks they're just flies. And the power-up kills the queen that uses it. So basically we have a super power card. We have like multiple power-up cards. And we have this one super one. And what it does is it kills everything in like a 3 or 4 block radius. I'll have to check. And it kills everything, including its own team and the own queen. I don't think it kills the king though. Yeah, it doesn't kill the king. And that is it for section 1, quick and brief intro.
Section 2, player choice and the risk versus reward in depth. If you got not very good power-ups at the start of the game, like the jockey card and the back from dead card, so you also choose to grab a chance card to see if you can get lucky and get a new power-up card. The risk is that you could get a bad card, like your next turn is skipped or you have to kill one of your pieces. But the reward of that is that you could get a new power-up card that could bring you and have your team be stronger than the other team. If your queen is dead, you could use your back from dead power-up card. The risk of this scenario is that you could revive the opposing team's piece. The reward is that you could save your queen, and the player choice is if you want to use it now or when there's less pieces dead on your team. Section 3. Skill versus luck in depth. A skill factor in our game is the knowledge of knowing what pieces do and how to use your team to its best potential, but can also be the skill of knowing how the other team and its weaknesses. A luck factor in the game is the chance cards, because if you're lucky, you could get power up, but if you're unlucky, you could have to sacrifice a player to the other team. Another luck factor in the game is the power-ups at the beginning of the game. You could get good power-up cards like the superpower card, but you could also get a bad card like the chicken jockey card. The balance of luck and skill is that you have to get lucky to get the good cards, but then you can mess up with those cards if you don't have skill. An example of this is if you got a superpower card at the beginning of the game, that would be the luck factor. if you just used it right away, you would only kill your pieces because those are the only ones in a 4-block radius. That would be not skill. But if you teleported, because you know that it would kill only your pieces if you used it right away, that would be skill.
Playtesting. Walk through some examples of errors, issues, underpowered things, overpowered things, and times the game broke. Our time playing with Colton and Oliver, Colton was on the hostile team and got the superpower card. And on his first turn, he teleported to the middle of the board and almost killed all of the pieces on the board. We nerfed the superpower card almost immediately after this because the game was done within seconds. Another time, I had a terrible card, the Back from Dead card, and Jockey card. And the Jockey card is basically when you're next to a chicken, or the chicken is next to the baby zombie for more than one turn, then whoever places down the card gets to use the chicken or use the baby zombie to ride around in, like in real Minecraft. And the Back from Dead card is basically you put down the card and there's like a coin flip, and whatever, like it's a 50-50 chance. You can either bring something back from the dead on your team or on their team. And like it was basically like I was like, they got super good power-ups and I got super bad power-ups. So immediately after that, what we did was we buffed up those cards because we didn't want like anybody having like a totally one-sided game. Like there still needs to be a chance to win. And that's another reason why we had chance cards. Question 2, Section 4, Playtesting. Walk through various changes and improvements you implemented and the result, either successful or unsuccessful. We made the Jockey card, so if a zombie and chicken are next to each other for one turn, they become a jockey instead of 3 turns. We also made the Back from Dead card have a better chance of helping you. We made the superpower card so it can only be used on the start of a turn. Why we did this is because if you have the card like a Herobrine, for example, which has happened a lot, basically you could teleport the Herobrine straight down as far as you can and use the power up and wipe out like most of their team except the king. And this was just this was way too overpowered. The game would end within a couple minutes, so we had to nerf that. It made it so that you'd have to use the superpower before you moved. Section 5, just like extra. We realized that creating a game is difficult, but can also be fun. As when you are on the gaming design journey, we overcame difficult struggles, like how to balance the team, and we also had to laugh, realizing you could almost win the game in one turn with the superpower card. But the most important thing that we learned is that even if things are difficult, don't give up, because it will be worth it in the long run. Thank you for listening to our Screencastify. By the way, the reason why it is so cutty is because we didn't have time to do it at school, so we had to send videos to each other over the weekend.